When it comes to tile installation, every new project presents potential challenges. Staying sharp through education and face-to-face one-on-one communication is key. For business owners and professionals looking to stay competitive and deliver beautiful, lasting tile installations, attending the Hybrid and Advanced Systems Installation event, Thasie, was a game changer. Held at Nova Tile and Stone in Sacramento, California, Thasie was an event that focused on practical solutions, new technologies, and best practices. The primary sponsors were Tech, Russo Trading Company, or RTC Products, and Schluter Systems. And there were also contributions from Revolutionary Shower Systems, or RSS, Bartel Global, and Gruen. Manufacturers were able to dive deep into product demos and answer questions on a more personal level than in the bigger trade shows. Attendees were able to put their hands on the products and interact with the experts behind them. Take Tech's Total Flex XMS, for example. This ready-to-use adhesive bonds to almost any surface.
Saying we're kind of known for the innovation. There's nobody else that has anything like that. They can go in showers, they can go in pools, they can go outside on walls. We've done gauge porcelain up 3 stories without mechanical attaching.
Tech also highlighted HydraFlex waterproofing crack isolation membrane. A single coat of this flexible product offers an 1/8-inch crack isolation, while a second coat provides a 1/4-inch crack isolation and waterproofing.
In traditional levelers, you have to take a rake and move it around.
Right.
Whereas this, you can pour it here, and once it hits this, instead of stopping or just kind of going sideways, it goes around. So the advantage is...
So you don't have to use a rake on it at all?
You don't have to use a rake.
Huh.
And, if it's a huge job and really intricate stuff, you might need to, but it's not required.
It's high flow. So we took that same technology and we just made some increased some perks to it. Like Chris talked about with the flowability, and I just talked about with extended dry time. The traditional, when you have to porcupine roll, you have to break the surface tension to allow the air out. With the new high flow technology, you can skip that step.
Tech is known for power grout, which performs well in high traffic and wet conditions. RTC Products had an impressive selection of tile installation tools that make it easy for installers to be efficient and precise. Eden Rivas, owner of Rivas Custom Tile, was impressed with Ringo, a machine that quickly cleans and rings sponges.
He said, just the fact that it'll save your hands, because grouting, repeated wringing out sponges, that puts a lot of wear on your wrist, on your hands.
Have you had any issues?
Beginning to. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it for sure.
Ken Ballin, owner of Skyro Floors, made a TikTok video about Ringo, saying, "No sore hands and no more overwatered sponges." The biggest takeaway from RTC Products was the Maximus pedestal system. This simple 3-part system has revolutionized exterior paver installations. It screws up and down and requires no cure time. Maximus will send a rep out anywhere in the United States to help a contractor get started using this system.
We have a new Maximus customer.
A new Maximus customer.
Excellent.
Here's what Robert Davis, owner of Davis Solutions and a well-respected journeyman tile installer, had to say about Maximus pedestal system.
Part of it is that there's a tremendous amount of labor in installing a bonded system, like a traditional, like a drainage mat over the roofing membrane, and then deck mud, and then waterproofing, a bunch of layers built into it. So you show up and you've got multiple days of labor before you even start getting into putting tile down and doing layout. With this, you can do the layout and you're setting tile immediately. You're getting things installed very quickly, and you're getting on and off of the job site rapidly. You're making much less silica dust. You're making no slurry waste. The primary waterproofing responsibility is on the roofer. in both cases.
I was going to ask you about the liability.
It's
Yeah,
by other.
it's by other. Yeah, if you look in the TCNA handbook, then they're telling you
You guys need
all of this is basically just a way of creating a durable decorative finish on top of somebody else's waterproofing.
Angie Ray, owner of Unique Mosaics, shared her processes for pre-mounting inlays in custom mosaics. She demonstrated her go-to tools, including basic glass nippers, standard nippers, a pistol grip, running pliers, and ring saws for inside curves, lettering, and special situations. Angie uses Tech's Total Flex XMS and Design FX grout in her mosaics.
I really like it because it gets into the joints of tiny little mosaics really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it gets down in there and locks everything in.
Josh Leavitt, owner of Leavitt Remodeling, opened his presentation about epoxy mitering by saying,
The big thing with epoxy miters is instead of me getting up here and flipping my gums, what's everybody's questions?
the questions came immediately. Everyone was very engaged. Josh's biggest tip for mixing colors and mitering was to use a color wheel, cut at 47 degrees, and take your time. Bartell Global showed off their 95% dustless tile saw that uses a cooling and filtration system instead of water. Gruen presented a new line of innovative products, including a customizable wall drain and a niche with integrated adjustable pre-cut trim. Revolutionary Shower Systems custom shower pans are made to order based on your sketches with a quick turnaround time. They're perfect for ADA-compliant designs, capable of supporting up to 800 pounds per cubic inch, even with mosaic tile. Installers new to RSS were very interested in their drain with a twist, which can raise and lower in height even after tile has been fully installed. Thasie ended with a drawing for thousands of dollars worth of free products. This event was a reminder that no matter how seasoned you are, it's important to stay curious. In a world of constant change, one thing never changes. There's always more to learn.